Hello, my lovely potatoes. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing all right. I'm so excited because I've been fighting with my plotter. Hi, Jax. I'm so excited because I've been fighting with my plotter for the last week. Just wished watching the season of Pokemon. Ooh, nice. And I have great news. Oh, you finished, not wished. Ah, what season were you watching? I tamed my plotter. I'm so happy. Yeah, I've tamed my plotter. I'm so damn happy because I have stickers now. Oh, the Sun and Moon season. I actually haven't even finished the game for it. Hope that's not too bad. Yeah, I managed to tame my plotter. I figured out how to... Oh, 3 stream streak. Nice. So since I now know how to make a proper sticker sheet, I really wanna make more. I at least wanna have, I don't know, like 4 different sheets ready before I actually put up some kind of kofi perk, so that I have a bit of a backlog. Want to learn how to make stickers too? Oh, it's fun. It's fun. You definitely need a decent printer. I recommend something that's not working on cartridges. I got myself an Epson Echo Tank, and I just noticed that I should probably turn down Spotify here a little bit. There we go. And what I got myself, but that's a bit of a more expensive investment. I mean, fair, a printer is also not quite cheap, especially if you want to have a good one. But a bit more of an expensive investment might be a plotter. I got myself a Silhouette, which was recommended to me by someone in another community. A friend, I would say. And I'm happy because I actually managed to make this thing work on Linux. I am a Linux user. I will not ever deny that. I'm just really happy that I managed to figure that out without much trouble. Just a lot of trying stuff. Yeah, Linux. I use Linux because I'm a crazy person. Been using Linux for... Oh, it's gonna be 3 years in May. When I get a computer, I would love to use Linux. Good decision, because Microsoft has been going down the shitter. And I very much recommend maybe starting with Linux from the get-go. It's gonna be a bit difficult, because not everything works under Linux, but there are workarounds and there are alternatives that you can always try. Microsoft was crazy indeed. Microslop or Slopsoft, you can call it and call them whatever. They really stopped actually putting in the effort. And they've stopped putting in the effort for years. So that was my call to go, okay, the next PC is gonna be under Linux. And that's what I did 3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago. Got myself just a nice PC. I think my budget was a little bit over $1,000 bucks. I think I ended up spending like 1.2k. You're probably going to spend a lot more at the moment, so maybe you should wait a few years until the whole RAM and hardware shortage has dimmered down. My dad briefly showed me the features of Linux and I was sold. Good. That's just perfect. Especially if you're willing to learn and tinker around. Hi, Squiggity Goo! How do you do? Especially if you like to tinker around and are curious about how to operating system, get into Linux. We're all nerds here. To be fair, I'm not an IT person, actually. I'm just a bit of a tech enthusiastic artist that just got incredibly fed up with Microsoft. So when I have a bit of trouble with my Linux distribution, I just ask people. Especially the people that actually made the distribution in the first place. Because that usually works. They should know their own distro the best. So what we're doing today, as you can see, I've started already some sketches. And today we're gonna draw some yokai. Because first of all, they're hella cute. They can be hella cute and they can be hella funny. Why the hell do I have a stabilizer in? I don't need a stabilizer, thank you very much. It's just a sketch at the moment. So what we have here is an assortment of cute little yokai for this sticker sheet. Funnily enough, I completely forgot the names of these two, but they do exist. This one is, well, an object yokai. Little umbrella. Really like that idea already when I encountered it when playing Toho. So I thought might as well give it a shot. This yokai, let's just say the description of it really stuck with me. So a foot might be extremely random, but this foot yokai is just absolutely hilarious. It is a dirty foot that haunts you until you wash it. And I just thought, it stuck with me. I just thought it's so damn funny, I have to use it. Oh! Radian, welcome to the stream. What program do you use to draw? I use Krita. So this program is a free and open source program which works fantastically. There are a plethora of very cool plugins for this program just from the community. There are so much resources that you can use made by the Krita community. Oh, I heard of that one. Just with my computer, I don't know if it will run. Oh, I mean, give it a shot. If your PC is a bit on the weaker side, just make smaller documents. The bigger your document, the more likely you are to run into lag. Let alone that it also depends on what kind of brushes you're using. I mean, you might as well just give it a shot and see if it works for you. If it doesn't, well, too bad, but maybe at some point you will be able to. So yeah, I really like that foot. Because it's ridiculous, it's random, and this foot just yells at you because it wants to be washed. It just wants to be cleaned. I love that idea, so I just ran with it. It's just too funny. Of course, another yokai that I am going for is the Nekomata, the spirit cat with the split tail. It's an HP, so I can't really handle much. But it crashed on task manager. Oh. Yeah, Radian, I hate to say it. Nah, actually I don't hate to say it. Maybe you should just not use Windows. Might help. Especially if you have a PC on the weaker side, you really wanna get away from Microsoft. Because at this point, Windows is just bloatware galore. It just takes all of your RAM and says, fuck you, I take all your RAM. So maybe you want to look for alternatives. Especially there are some pretty decent Linux distributions out there that are a bit lower in... They eat a little less resources. I got 4 gigs of... Oh, my condolences. 4 gigs of RAM is really not much. And you won't be able to... change that in a while. I'm really sorry for you, man. I'm really sorry for you, bud. So, I hope it's gonna get better. Though there are also some very lightweight distros for you, so you don't have to worry about the 4 gigs too much. But yeah, 4 gigabytes of RAM is not much. It's probably the minimum. My friend sent me $500 PC from Walmart, kind of considering it. I don't know if it would work. 500 bucks for a PC. I mean, if it has decent stats, could work. Though for 500 bucks, I do not expect much. I really don't expect a lot from a $500 PC at this exact moment. Because I know how bad it is. I just really hope that it's gonna get better soon-ish. Because I'm getting a little bit worried with everything going on. It's really wild what's piling up at the moment. And all you can do is just hope that it's getting better. Hey, hope's the last on the deathbed. Am I right? There is this RX 560. The 16 gigabytes of RAM is already good start. Just a copy and paste from a Walmart website. I mean, I could basically just live without RGB lighting. For me, RGB lighting just feels like I'm gaming on a Christmas tree, and I don't want my Christmas tree to be capable of running a program. I just don't like it. I don't like too much RGB. The only RGB I actually have is on my keyboard, and okay, a little bit on my mouse, but that's about it. My PC is dark, beautifully dark. Like nothing lights up in there, and I really love that. Comes with it, I don't mind the RGB. As long as it doesn't rob power, then I'm cool with it. Yeah, if you like it, or if you can live with it, I just really try to not get stuff into my PC that is some kind of RGB. It's a bit annoying. It's very distracting to me. Ah yeah, Beto-san. The yokai that just walks behind you and goes Beto until you let him pass. You deliberately have to say, "Go ahead, Beto-san." Love that. I just love the idea of those yokai. Not even what they resemble, but just the idea that a sound can be a spirit is interesting to me. and Kappa are just interesting creatures, weird creatures. But I actually still have to be honest. With some yokai, I still have to read into them. This guy is just, I don't know, I love that foot. No, not the kind of way that you might think. I'm not a weirdo, god damn it. I'm not into feet. I just love the idea of this dirty foot just breaking down from your ceiling and go like, wash me, go. It's just so beautifully ridiculous. I think the original woodcuts of that foot yokai, it even got some kind of beard. But let's be honest. He looks already angry enough with his thick eyebrows. Walmart PC. Hey, if it's the only thing that he can get or they can get, if it's the best thing that they can get, why judge him? It's not. I can guarantee it. Depends. Right now, if you're on a budget, I guess that's the best thing you can get. It's just a really bad time trying to get some kind of... Walmart pre-builds are no. As I said, if you're on a budget, it's getting really difficult to get something good. Which sucks. Because I always support people getting themselves a personal computer. The RAM is so expensive. I know, right? I actually have to dig into my old PC because I think I have DDR4 RAM on that thing. I could probably sell that for quite a good buck. And it's even 16 gig if I remember correctly. It's just laying dormant on there. It's gonna keep getting difficult though. Yes, I know, it's awful. Might just steal it from you. Oh, hell nah. You settle for the Walmart one and you gonna be stuck. It's better than having nothing. Considering that Radeon currently is just rocking a laptop with 4 gigs of RAM, might as well go for the PC, that PC right now. You really don't get far with 4 gigs. Because right now I think that's probably a massive upgrade, even though it's not ideal. Even my truck feels like it has more processing power. Oh, that sounds really sad. I'm so sorry for you, Radeon. Radeon. You know you're man. You know I'm addressing you. But to each their own, I'm just saying, search out first, then Walmart. Yeah! It's as I said, it's really difficult right now. Maybe also look around in the used market to get yourself parts. It's probably also gonna help a lot. There are even some people out there that manage to, and I know a person actually, a pawn shop might also be an option. Now there are also people that dumpster dive for computer parts, and a lot of them actually happen to work. And I know actually one person that managed to get a pretty decent rig, or several decent rigs, out of just dumpster dive parts. Don't be careful. If it's illegal in your area, you might wanna not. I'm not recommending it. I'm not recommending it, but it could help with the difficulties right now. Really want Beto-Beto-san to have a tooth gap. Love that idea. I mean, I think it's legal, but the places are like in the most ghetto area and oh. Yeah, that could be dangerous. That could be quite dangerous. So yeah, be careful. Be careful about that. Don't want you to get hurt. The PC I have shot up $300 in a year. Boy, that's wild. That's real wild. Not quite sure how to place these yet. But I want them to be quite big, since the sheet is not going to be huge. I can't imagine that my PC, especially with the graphics card that I got myself before the prices hiked like crazy, I might add. Somehow I managed to get myself a new graphics card for a pretty nice price. I just have to look. Let me quickly look up if my graphics card has gone up in price as massively as others. Luckily enough, it's not an Nvidia, not this time. I think I got myself a 9050. Oh, you can't. Partially, you can't even get one. $500, $600, $700, $400, $450. Yeah, I got it for about $300. So I'm kind of happy that I got one. Just checked, but I made sure to wait and found one I'll be using for the foreseeable future. That's pretty good. Gas? Tell me about it. Oh boy, yeah. It's kind of like the gas price. Yes, yes. Gas is also an absolute catastrophe, and I'm talking globally, considering that I'm living in a completely different continent, or on a completely different continent than you two guys. It's crazy. It's gotten wild on a global scale. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, change the overall size of these. Ideally, I kind of wanna get from edge to edge here. I mean, I can still go bigger. just when I started to be more active too. That's also kind of the plight of living in a country that is very focused on driving around in a car. America has that really bad habit of thinking that walkable cities are a bad idea, while it actually promotes better health. I mean, if you can walk anywhere you need to, and it kind of means that you're gonna be a bit more physically active, because our government hates us. Miss a nice transit system. Yeah. It's just kind of weird. I think I want that foot down in this corner. Where's my foot? There's my foot. So I want you down here. And I want you a little bit bigger. There. In my state, I have to go from one city to another every month, and there is a 6-hour trip. Oh my god. Oh my god. That absolutely sucks. I think I kind of want to have them in this direction. It takes up a little less space. I'm thinking about maybe getting that kappa down here, depending on how good you're looking, little kappa guy. Where are you? There. Not entirely sure if it's a good idea to mirror him. Nah, it doesn't look good mirrored. But I will put you over here and scale you up. Also need to make sure not to get these too close to another, because I still have to make some space around them. I drive a big truck too with a... Because also on the gas like a whale shark sucking down... Oh! I gotta be honest, I don't even have a driver's license. I rely completely on public transport, which nowadays is also, even here in Germany, not ideal. Like, our public transport is struggling right now. Partially because of massive miscalculations when it comes to renewing train stations. Like, the train station in the nearest capital here is having big problems because they've started working on that train station. Let me think, like 20 years ago almost? 15, 20 years ago-ish? They still aren't done. And the costs just kept creeping up and up and up. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely redonkulous, I tell you. Oh my god, no way. 20 years? Yes, 20 years. At this point, I think it's 20 years. The first protests were around 2007? So almost 20 years? I don't even know when exactly they started to work on that, but it has been in the plan already has been in the works since the 90s. The 90s. Who'd they hire? Mimes to fake the build, I guess. Now there's actually something happening on it, but stuff has been delayed. Stuff has been... The costs have shot up. And everything was just an absolute disaster, and still isn't disaster. Should I actually look up the right name for the yokai so I don't mess it up? Or so I'm actually culturally accurate? Because I feel like I should. Kaza Obake. There we go. That's the one. Just to show you. This is the original umbrella ghost. This is probably the closest. This is the closest depiction of it that I can currently find. I think these are even old woodcuts. Oh, there are also small slippers. I love the slippers. The slippers are adorable. But yeah, I really like the idea of that spooked little umbrella. Seymour Tonguefell, you telling us something? Nah, everything's fine. All right. Kaza Obake. Just to have it accurate. Later I'll probably look up the name of the foot demon. The foot demon. Feet are demons. But I kind of like my idea. Maybe I also need to change the top here a little bit to make it more accurate. I already like it this way. I always like to think that anything with Obake in it, in the name, is more sassy or more cheeky than other yokai. Like these are more trickster-like, so to speak. Let me think, because I actually really want a bit of a painterly look, but I do want line art in these. So maybe I'll use a darkish brown as a line color, and then I'll just use very light colors. Might also make things look a little bit friendlier. I feel like I could actually turn up the resolution a bit more. This still looks too pixely for my taste. So let's scale up the image. sucks a little bit that I just have to get the window of this just... I have to pull it out with a hotkey. I have no idea why. Krita is just being kind of weird when it comes to that. Let alone that I think my PC does not like that I'm having a dual screen setup. Just imagine I had a third screen. My PC would probably just go like, what am I supposed to do here? My PC has a confuse. Let's just make this a 600 pixels per inch kind of thing, so that we can have nice crispy outlines. Crispy like your cereal. Crispy like my breakfast cereal. Oh, to be fair, I had salad for breakfast. Lunch. Both. Salad with feta and bell pepper. Iceberg lettuce. And some corn. All right, this is where I actually need the stabilizer. Get these nice straight lines. I mean, it's still gonna take a little bit, and I'm actually tempted to just use my straight edge here. It's time for traditional tools for digital artwork. And then I'll do the same over there. I could actually also use the same straight edge just to make these strands here. Probably gonna work really nicely. But for now, I don't even need the stabilizer that badly. Because I just want to get these little... I don't even know what they're called. I just like to call them pokies, because when you're not careful, you're just gonna poke someone's eye out. Those little tips there. Was also something yesterday, because I showed off my plotted stickers, and then we had to wait for someone to come to the pen and paper session. A friend of mine actually told me that kappas have a little pond on their head, and a way to trick them to not be a threat is to get them to bow at you as a greeting. So you bow to them and they bow back. And the little pond on their head is emptying out, which makes them perish. Is this gonna be like a sticker sheet? Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing here. Another sticker sheet for a potential kofi perk. Then maybe I'll just put them up on Etsy, depending on how many are left. Commission? Technically, I do have a commission request in the works. However, I still have to get the details from the client so I can actually start the thing. So that might still take till next week, probably. Of course, I'm still open for commissions. So if you're interested, Monkey Skull just triggered the bot command. If you're not interested, that's also fine. If you just want to watch how I'm working on these, I don't blame you. If you have any questions about programs, about drawing stuff, I'm open. I'm always open to give what I think is good advice. My fellow bot. Hey, Rice! Speaking of the guy that is dumpster diving for computer parts. How are you doing? Nice to see you on stream. It's been a while. How does this happen? It does. It just does. It's so cool. Still don't believe it. Understandable. It's crazy that you find that good of a hardware in a damn dumpster, and then it even works. 1 GPU would be a miracle. 3? Yeah, I know, right? It's wild. It's absolute wild. And I am so happy for you. Also, we have ads in 3 minutes. Just saying. But yeah, I have a little thing with tongues. I just like when I like to draw tongues because you can make them really dynamic. Already sold one for 220 bucks. Damn. Because I don't care about how much I sell them for. I'm keeping the 4070 for my PC. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, maybe you can help out some people that really have a very low budget and want to get into computing. I have half a mind to invest and build a PC and actually sell it for cheap. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Because I think that's an idiom that I am not entirely familiar with. Having a half a mind. Could make a decent rig with a 4060 and then whatever that kind of processor is. For 50 bucks? Damn! That's crazy. My calendar app is getting on my nerves. It tells me that I have to bring out certain types of trash today, so they are getting picked up tomorrow. I'm just sitting here like, I don't have to do shit. But I just like to have those reminders. Been watching chips because I want to upgrade the craft PC and the going rate is about 50 to 100 bucks. That sounds still quite affordable. But maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm just as astonished as you are that these graphics cards still work. It's absolute. It's crazy. Incredibly cheap for the market right now. Nobody wants their old chips. I'll take them. Good, good. All right, we'll have ads in a little bit. Just as a little warning. I don't want anyone to miss out on something. Also, I need to drink some stuff. My throat is getting dry. Dry! Oh boy. Alright, we got ads, so I'll just have a little stream break. I was surprised swapping GPUs didn't have to mess with anything in Linux. Yeah. Because the drivers are in the kernel. Because. Oh. Goddamn typos just because I have to get around. Windows be on its last thread on this PC? Yes. Yes. Very much. Just so happy that I can get more people into Linux. Learn the beauty of open source. Alright, I'll have a little bit to drink so my throat is not just hating me the whole day. Good. Iced tea. Love that shit. I've no desire to log into Windows. It's only there for emergency, but I don't think I need it. I'm just going to make the wipe and call it a day. I know the next update is going to brick it anyways. Yes. Just yes. You know, me preaching the use of Linux makes me kind of want to have some kind of penguin emote. Just for some kind of one of us. I kind of want to do that. Probably should write that down in a to-do list that I might not finish. Do it. Yeah, some kind of penguin emote or a cold emote, something like that. Probably gonna have to write that down. And hope to Linus Torvald that I actually remember doing it. Penguin with red eyes. Or a penguin stuffy. That very much looks like Tux, which is actually the name of the penguin mascot of Linux. So yeah, our mascot actually has a name. I'm so for having a Tux plushie. I would love to have a Tux plushie. Ooh. Ooh. I could try to make one, but I'm really bad with a sewing machine. Like I always manage to either break it or my sewing machine is just not just not cooperating. But what would be kind of nice? You know what? I'm gonna ask my mom if she's willing to maybe maybe willing to crochet little penguins. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Little crocheted penguins for Linux users. Or people who want to convert. Ah. Though it will probably take a lot of time to make more than one. I tried converting my cousin and he's a tech person, in quotation marks. He's Windows brained. It's sad. My condolences. I had to stop talking to him. Oh God. Oh, that's really sad. That's very, very sad. I feel sorry for you. Well, you never know. At some point, they see the error of their ways and realize that there is so much more in tech and actually a healthy relationship with an operating system. Windows is kind of like an abusive ex. Kind of want to get rid of her as soon as possible. He left me this paragraph about how I was only going to be frustrated and blah 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 blah. I've had nothing but smooth sailing. I have to admit, there are a few things that I just cannot get to run. However, I arrange with it. I know what the problem is. I cannot find a solution, so I'm looking for alternatives. If I cannot find a solution, then I look for alternatives. If you are not willing to look for alternatives, then you are not willing to adapt. If you're not willing to adapt, oh well, then you fail at evolution. It's not my problem. It's yours. And I don't mean yours, Rice. It's your cousin's problem. Survival of the fittest just means that you should be able to adapt to problems. It's just breaking Windows habits. I thought I needed all these Windows apps and I didn't. The apps I was using were the Linux defaults. Oh, who would have thunk? Yeah, I've already been a free I've already been a fan of free software in the first place. And my first encounter with Linux, I have to admit, was less than optimal. That was let me shortly make the calculations. That was actually 20 years ago. Like, I had my first encounter with Linux 20 years ago when I had my first boyfriend. He was a Linux head through and through. And honestly, if I would meet him again, I would thank him. I would actually thank him. Because if I haven't had that guy show me that there is a different operating system than Linux, than Windows or Mac not even gonna talk about Mac. iOS may be stable, but it's corporate as hell. And that's just not what I like. So if I haven't had that first boyfriend, I never would have thought I would be using Linux. So I actually have to thank him if I ever meet him again. The only Windows app I used was Snip. Hey Lex! Welcome to the stream! It's been a while. The only Windows app I used was Snip. Every other app was replaced by third-party apps. I found out there were the Linux go-to apps. Yeah. Didn't know what the last straw was. I just got tired of not being in control and not being able to actually fix things. Because everything in Windows is error 00008. Yeah, you just get error codes that you cannot fix, and it's frustrating. Especially if you actually like to be in control with your system. Of your system, not with your system, sorry. I mean, I honestly am not in control of my system. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I like to think that I am, and that's already worth something. And now Windows 12 being modular. Yeah, hell nah. Hell nah. I don't want an AI to control my system. I want to be the person who operates the machine. Not the machine itself. Let alone a remote algorithm. Oh, Lex, you want me to stretch? Okay. Good idea. I always can do with a stretch. My back. It's just crackledy. Hello peeps, what are we working on today? I'm actually making a sticker sheet. Another one. Let me quickly show you what I... Whoops. That was a whoopsie doopsie. I actually have these cut and more or less ready. Like, I actually tamed my plotter in a way that I can print and cut these in a way that you just have to peel them off. Right now we're working on a yokai themed sticker sheet, and I am also considering maybe throwing together some old traditional gouache pictures that I might not even have posted. So throwing those together for a third sticker sheet. So gross, I love it. Yeah, I know, right? And you know me, Lex. I love to make stuff like that that's partially That's partially gross. I like doing weird and surreal. So I really hope that there are more people out there that just go like, hey, I love that shit. Keep. And the goal for this is to have a nice backlog of sticker sheets, so I have a few months worth. I think 2 or 3 should already be enough. A few months worth of kofi rewards. Because my kofi has been laying dormant. I haven't been posting new material. I mean, I have been posting my stream. Which has gotten a lot easier because I actually found an app for myself where I can more or less centralize all my social media. So I got my Ko-fi and my Twitter and all the stuff where I'm posting. Nugenics? Actually, I don't even own the game yet. I was thinking about it, but right now, not sure. I don't know yet if I actually want to do that. Oh, to be fair, it just fits into my taste of games, and I have yet to see Edmund Macmillan disappoint me with a game. Super Meat Boy was extremely hard. I have not beaten it. Maybe that's going to be worth a stream at some point. Never know. I thought you, as a T-Boy fan, would be all over it by now. Money is a problem, and to be fair, Satisfactory still has me in its grip. Real hard. That game is just not getting the leash off of me. And I told you when I first discovered that game for myself, if this is going on sale, I'm gonna lose my life to it. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. That game is really having a vice grip on me. And when I'm on the go, I tend to actually play Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Because, I don't know, I can't get away from Pokemon. Also, I have a bit of trouble actually getting Repentance Plus to run on my Steam Deck. Even though I figured out why I have trouble with the controls, because for some reason it's registering 2 controllers, which, well, it's not true that I'm using 2 controllers at once. So we're just registering two inputs, basically. The thing is, I know how to fix it. And I actually tried that method, and it didn't work. At least not on my Steam Deck. Kinda sucks. Because I still love T-Boy. I still do. For a quick run where I just simply die. Because I know finishing a run is just hard. I really like this. I have to clean up a bit here and there. For example, down here I can actually get rid of a little bit of thickness in that line. Well, that's a nice start. So let's get the layer flagged with my wanna replay Witcher 3. I hadn't even played the first one, or any for that matter. But to be fair, games like Witcher they're taking a little bit too long for my taste. I don't know, I'm just not. I kind of do like narrative games, don't get me wrong. I just have a hard time getting motivated to stick to it. It ain't ideal, but it is what it is. We kind of want to get the selection down, so we're gonna shrink that selection in the hopes. Yep, this is actually working. Nice. So I'll just do a let's do a bit of a paper-y. That's probably a bit lighter. Yeah, papery tone as a base tone. Then we'll just build up different colors with layers on top. I think that sounds like a decent method. My salad is actually talking back to me. Not good. So let's see what I can do just with some funky watercolor brushes. I have way too many brushes that I should probably all try out at some point. Especially these, because I think they are just for landscapes. I'm not a big landscape artist. I have to admit, I don't like drawing landscapes. Stickers are for printing, you say? Yes. I already did print some, and with the plotter I now own, I can actually cut them out and maybe at some point send them out as kofi perks for a few bucks. What do you think about that? Let's see. Might wanna actually change the. Don't think that's gonna work here, but I'm definitely gonna use those. Ah, that also has a nice texture. So maybe I'll use that brush. Now the thing is, how am I going to do that? How small can I go without it looking weird? So the more I press, the darker it gets. Okay. And if I just go in one blob, then it's gonna be a nice wash. I think I can work with that. So let's see how well I can do that. I might need to change, might need to grow my selection here a little bit. And then I think I want to make this umbrella, maybe not blue. That might be a bit too close to that one Toho boss from 10 Desires. Yeah, should be 10 Desires. So maybe I want to make him green, like a nice dark green umbrella. Nice thing is I also have a really cool printer. Got myself years ago an Epson printer that has little tanks in it, so you can refill them with ink bottles instead of having to put in cartridges. Which also means that you have a lot more control over how much ink is actually getting into your machine. I really like having control over my devices. We can actually use the background color, maybe even a lighter color if we like. I actually like just for now using this brush for some nice color washes. Of course, our tongue has to be reddish. I'm probably gonna go a bit more into the magentas. So let's do that. I'm gonna grow the selection by, let's say, 2 pixels, and I'll probably... It's probably better if I just make that the default. It's so easy to make really nice washes just with the... The harder you actually press, the wider the wash goes. Which is really nice. I love this brush. Which brush pack is that from, by the way? Let's have a look. I actually don't know. Can I? Nah. Well, that's kind of sad. I cannot tell you where the brush is from. At least not off the top of my head. But I really like it. I might want to use this brush to maybe get a bit more shading in here. Just a little bit on the tongue, because there is some shade there. Yeah, I really like it. I already like it. Maybe I'll also do the same here on the top of the umbrella. I don't even know what it's called. Just gonna say it's its head. The head of the umbrella. Hmm. I want to have a bit more of a soft shadow here. I'm not quite sure how to achieve that. I'll figure that out later. Let's go here. Maybe I do want to go for that pink here as well. Oh wait, wrong brush. That's the right one. Oh, I really love those soft brushes. Makes me feel like the sponge lady again. Me and brushes is just like the sponge lady and her sponges. If you don't know the sponge lady, one word of warning, that woman is crazy. Sponge lady is best woman. Best meme. Kind of want to still add some kind of texture to the base layer. I could actually do that by just using a layer style. So I can use a pattern overlay. Sadly, I cannot turn up the pattern scaling. What I can do is go for a pattern that is not too intrusive. Or nah, disruptive is probably the right word for it, right? Oh, that's a nice brick pattern that I do not need right now. Again, down opacity by a lot, because we really want a very soft pattern overlay here. Just so it barely looks like paper. And thanks to all these watercolor brushes being quite transparent, it's still gonna shine through a little bit. Makes quite a difference. Do want to go for green, but I'll just make it really dark for the mouth. Can actually use a few ink brushes afterwards to maybe get a bit more structure, texture, something in there that breaks up the plain washes. But for now, I think that should be fine. If we need to change it, then that's what we'll do. Do I want that to be pink or do I want that to be black? I mean, the pupil is already going to be black, so maybe I even want to give that an extra color. I might actually want to give it blue eyes. One blue eye. Very light wash there, and then we're just gonna get a bit darker on the side. I like it. I like the way these brushes are working. Oh, Oh, these brushes make me so happy. And then we'll use that pink for this and for that. Also, these light spots are giving the whole thing a bit more of a traditional vibe. Just love the brush here. If I can remember where I got it from, I'll gladly tell you. I just cannot remember, and I have so many brushes. I use so many different brushes. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I love this. With the complementary contrast between the green of the umbrella head and the red as a secondary color, with the accent color being this blue. I really like it. I think I can actually do a bit more contrast in here, so I'll just add a multiply layer maybe and go for purple, because I really love purple as a shadow color. Then I actually want to see, I probably have a watercolor. Do I not? Huh. Okay, then I don't. That is a freak umbrella. Nah, it's a yokai. Hello, Zane. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great day. I mean, yeah, that umbrella is kind of freaky. But that umbrella is also a Japanese ghost. Or ghost kin. I just really like to borrow from mythology for some artworks. I actually overall love mythology. I love fairy tales. Old fairy tales. Very much grew up with watching old fairy tale movies from the 60s to 80s, which is just kind of wild considering that I'm a 90s kid. So looking at old fairy tales and old myths like these, I mean, foot. Yep, there is a foot yokai out there. And no, I do not have a foot fetish. Hell nah. I'm not into feet. I just find it funny that there is a foot yokai out there that demands that you wash it. That will always be stuck with me. Oh, yep. I think I like this. Not gonna lie, the Japanese are weird in a very entertaining way. I mean, without them we wouldn't have great anime and mangas. Who knows if the Japanese wouldn't be so weird? Probably wouldn't have started to. So you love Yokai Watch more than Pokemon? Actually, no. I do love Pokemon more. I never really got into Yokai Watch. Though to be fair, I think there are also quite a few Pokemon that are based on yokai. Or maybe not, I'm not entirely sure. But that's fine. I'm allowed to not be sure. To be fair, I'm not into, or I haven't been into Yokai Watch for the simple reason that I am a 90s kid. I grew up with Pokemon and Digimon. The two big rivals. I kind of like both. For the simple reason that I just really like the concept of a mon being your best friend. It's just a very strong story about friendship. What about Monster Rancher? Oh, also, hi Flamingo, welcome to the stream. Monster Rancher was special. Sadly, I never had a PS1 because there is a really cool Monster Rancher game for PS1 where you can use physical CDs to get monsters. Would have loved to just use my CD collection to get some cool monsters for my ranch. Ha. Just to know what kind of mons I could get out of my little CD collection. Just love the idea. Are you a Rayman? Not quite, because I do not have feet. Ray woman. Kinda. No, she looked like Madness character. I get that a lot. And to be fair, I think, and that was not a conscious decision, but I think I actually look like Stay Puft. I actually think that my character design was inspired by Thing, which was a little bit of a gory Flash game on Newgrounds. It's kind of sad that the whole Flash era had to die like that. I mean, there are still ways to actually play the games. But I think they are by the same person, maybe? The style is certainly similar, and if they are not by the same person, then I am pretty sure that there is some influence between the two. Oh god, I still remember old internet, when Newgrounds was a really big thing among the internet dwellers. Kind of like Grimace. From McDonald's? Madness was a really good game. I can imagine. That might be a little bit too much. And I still want to go back to the purple for the shadow under this eyelid. Ah, yes. Let me quickly look that up. Madness Games. Oh, wait. Someone actually put them up, put a Madness game up on Steam? Huh. Interesting. Oh, that's new. That's kind of cool. Already love the idea of people that were passionate in the 2000s about game development. They're now, or they have been popping up for the last 10-ish years, going like, we're now going to do professional game development. And I absolutely love that. I'm not 100% sure about that shading. I mean, if I just push the opacity down, it's gonna be a lot softer. And now I actually like it. How about you? Especially because I really want to stick with those dark outlines. Yep, I like it. I'll stick with it. Next up, where's my kappa? Let's give that kappa a kappa coffee. Okay, that was a really bad one. Oh, just as a little heads up, we'll have ads in about 3-ish minutes. And what I'm doing here is when I'm creating a layer, and I want that to be my line art layer, I tag that with a very specific color because I have all my fill methods set to use those color tags or that specific color tag as a reference layer. It's super helpful because I don't have to think much about it. I just pick that one color tag and use it for referencing everything. The only problem here is if I have overlapping lines, kind of have to turn off those lines that I don't need. But that's something you get used to. No, I actually have to find my brush history. Let me see in my Docker's brush preset history. I'm gonna push that over there because I do want to use the same brush as here. Then I'll just take that color to get my line art.
Plushie is baking potatoes.
Thank you, Flamingo. Thank you, Plushy Flamingo, for the follow. I am happy you like it enough here to actually leave one. Very happy we found each other like this. Alright, we'll have ads in less than a minute. Probably should already get ready for a little break. My old bones need a short while to recover. My back. And I really don't want you to miss out on anything. This is normally my nap time. Oh, that explains why you haven't been here in a while. All right, we got ads. I'll take a quick break. I'll see you in 3-ish minutes. Also, I need to pee. Nice, I got back in time. Even have a few seconds left. We are back, and I just noticed that I forgot to unmute myself. Streamer problems! So, where were we? Ah, yes, watercolor textures. Nah, actually, we were doing more line art. I mean, technically I could just go through all the line art at once. But I don't wanna. I wanna do line art, color, shade, line art, color, shade, just to mix it up. Because it's kind of boring just doing all the line art at once. Also, the reason I do line art like this is so I don't have to select everything with a lasso. I don't feel like doing the lasso method today. Might need to give me a sec. Ah, okay. Never mind. Just thought I got an important message. Apparently that was not the case. At least not now. Another thing I'd like to make, but I'm not quite sure if Coffee Stain Studios is happy with that. So I might actually need to ask them if I'm allowed to. Make a satisfactory sticker sheet. I really do want to do that. But I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. I mean, making it is not the problem. Selling it might be a bit of a thing. I don't know what kind of rights I may have on that regard. And I really don't want to get into legally dicey territory, which is also why I'm doing yokai. Because this is all public domain. I don't have to worry about that. Make it a bit more rough. I just really love that game. I can't stop. And knowing what's gonna happen when we get 1.2 is just... I cannot wait to get the stable version of that. I wanna have superable signs. Alright, let's... Can I fix this head? I mean, I might be able to. It was fun hanging out. Thank you for being around, Lex. It was a pleasure having you here. I hope I'll see you next time as well. At this point, you should know at what days I usually stream. Make the kappa look a little bit more disheveled. So maybe the lopsidedness is not that bad. But it might be that eye that's breaking it for me. So let's see if we can fix that. That's actually already helping. That's already doing the trick. So that's cool. Being able to fix a problem with just moving around stuff a little bit. I think I want a different pattern. So let me see if I can find a good tortoise shell. So let's have a look into my images here. So we can actually look at actual tortoise shells as reference and see what it actually looks like. We can still simplify in the meantime. I mean, I actually want to see them from the bottom. I think if I see them from the top, it's already doing a pretty good job. Vivaldi, yes, I love Vivaldi. I love Vivaldi simply because I can use the calendar in there. Makes my life so much easier. So let's use the pattern of the African tortoise as a little bit of reference material. Where's my stylus? There's my stylus. I'll quickly get this, make it bigger, and erase these sketch lines there, because I'm convinced there is a better way. Like this. I don't like it. Let's stick with the simple solution. It's probably better that way, keeping it simple. Because I'm pretty sure if I make it too complicated, I'm just gonna be frustrated. This time I don't even need a ruler, because everything's round. Oh. And I'm actually on the right layer. Because it has happened often enough that for some reason I forget to just switch layer and just keep doing my line art on the sketch layer. And I'm pretty sure it happened to you too at some point if you are actually doing art. It happens to everyone. Nobody's perfect. Everyone's doing the same mistake. Just because they didn't pay attention. Not gonna lie, this kappa is a bit loud. Better. The kappa looks a bit like a stuffy, like a stuffed yokai, basically. Kind of makes me wanna add some kind of sewing marks, some kind of seams. Because it seems so much like... Oh. I'm not sorry about this pun. It has to happen. So let's get that line art actually where it's supposed to be. There are so many lines just going in there, and I'm not sure if I should call that a tangent or not. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Doing these long curves without a stabilizer is always a little bit awkward. So I'd rather do them with it, because then I can just do these curves in one swoop. Just like this. Also makes them look a bit more natural. Alright, so we do want to have the same color in the background as the other one. I could swear I actually turned off the color tag. Maybe I forgot about that. Now, better. Alright, so we had this color as a base color. I can technically use our paint layer here to copy the layer style and just paste it right there. So simple. It's crazy. Now we can go into color. I might actually need to look up a kappa for the colors. I mean, technically it's greens, yellows, maybe a little bit of blue. Just like Lotad, whose final form is technically based on a kappa. I think I think that's right. I mean, it's called Capalores. So it's technically based on a capa with a Mexican touch. Which I find kind of funny. It's also so happy. I love me Capalores. It's so happy and you really just want to dance with it. Actually does have a little pond on its head. But I like the dome here. The little bald spot right on its head instead of making it a... I mean, there are few illustrations that are without that little pond on its head. Probably won't be mythologically accurate, since most woodcuts do, or actually all the woodcuts that I'm looking at do have that little pond. So maybe I'm just gonna go ahead and make that bald spot blue and then make the hair on top kind of like a little hat. I think that would be interesting. That would be looking nice. That would be looking different. Because up there, it's usually hair. But for some reason, and that's yeah, mythologically. I know. Hi, John. How are you doing? I just have it in my mind as this being yellow, which is probably not accurate. It is not accurate at all. I kind of like the idea. I'm good now. How are you? I'm good. I'm fine. I have stuff to do. And I have to poke a client that she's specifying her emote commission, so we can do that in a stream soon. Ideally next week. Yeah. Now we're back at doing... Where are my brush presets? There. So we are starting with this. Just really like the idea of having that kappa have little yellow hat. I mean, who knows? Maybe this kappa actually does wear a little yellow head to protect the little pond. I feel drawn to critter again. Oh well, I'm not stopping ya. I feel drawn to a drawing tool. But you feel like punning around, I see. Kinda wanna have him have that little hat just to protect the little pond on top of its head. So I suppose the tool draws me. You've been drawn by it. Like the French girls. Like one of its French girls. Then I kind of want to go a little bit into the oranges. Maybe a bit stronger. I know it's not accurate, but he's wearing a hat so that he doesn't lose the water on the top of the hat. I just like the idea and it looks cute. It looks absolutely adorable. I love it. Oh, now I know why the brush is going so. There we go. So maybe I'll just take away a little bit of color by using the... That's the cool thing about those brushes. You can just go up there to the eraser and just take away some color with the exact same brush. I think the umbrella would make great mob for the game. You know what the funny thing is? Kirby's Dream Land 2, or any, actually already in the first Kirby's Dream Land, you have that yokai as an enemy, as a mini boss. And I think even as a small enemy. For, you guessed it, the umbrella ability. Alright, we want to have base coat or base wash like this. Then I'll just try to layer a bit of a darker shade on top. We can still add some extra shading with a multiplier. Do not recall such a thing for Kirby's Dream Land. I am pretty sure it was also in Kirby's Dream Land 1. I could swear it is in there. You know what? I'll look it up. I want to prove you. I want to prove you right. Kirby's Dream Land enemies. Enemies, Kirby's Dream Land in fandom. Any Yes, I want to prove you wrong. In your face. Problem is, I do not know what it's called. But I know what it looks like. Crumples to face. Could have sworn that there is an because there is a parasol enemy. However, I know that there is at least an enemy that actually looks like that umbrella yokai. I know that there is, because you can actually get the parasol ability from it. Hi, Realo! How are you doing? How has your day been up until now? It's just annoying that I don't know the exact name of that enemy. Parasoro. Ah, the Japanese wiki, great. does not help at all. Awesome. They also hold up some shotso in the air. They have shotso is... Oh, these. Okay. Struck game. Household flash after being released. Kirby's Adventure. Return to Dreamland? I'm alright, just reading before I head out for art. I have a question for everyone related to what I'm reading. What are you reading? No. Related enemies. Drifter. Ha! Ha! Ah, okay. It was not in Kirby's Dream Land 1, but in Kirby's Dream Land 2. That's the one that I actually remember. And there was even a boss that looked a bit more elaborate. Drifter, similarly to Jumper Shoot, seems to be based on Kaza Obake. Ha! And that's actually the boss that I was talking about. So it wasn't in Kirby's Dream Land 1. Okay, okay. You won. Yeah, wrong proving avoided. But it wasn't 2. And I know Kirby's Dream Land 2 by heart. Because it was one of the few Game Boy games that A, I owned, and B, I played until the cows came home. Okay, so we wanna get a nice blue skin for this guy. Really only know the first. I mean, first is great too. Okay, so let's go for a first wash. And then with a bit darker color, we kind of want to at least hint at some kind of shading. Do you know something about toon animation in Krita? Toon animation? You mean tween animation? Am I right? Because toon animation doesn't quite ring a bell to me. Don't like that brush. I think it was that one. I want to get back to that light blue. It's covering a bit too much. Now I plan to do my first anime style short animation, very short animation, about 1 minute. 1 minute is actually long for animation. Like, I'm serious. You want to do 1 minute of animation? That's 60 times 12 is... a lot of frames. cartoon animation is 2D animation and opposite to 3D animation. Yes, and I think I call it, it is called most of the time keyframe animation. Either 1 minute or 30 seconds, don't know yet. Yeah, it's... Let's just say that 1 minute is a long ass animation. What you could also do is maybe if you wanna use some more elaborate backgrounds, you might wanna look into Blender, because grease pencil can be really good. Especially if you wanna have some consistency in your backgrounds. $720 frames. I mean, you don't have to do all the frames. That's the nice part about animation. You can take shortcuts. And these shortcuts can basically make your workflow a lot shorter. Of course, because it's a shortcut. What am I talking? That's true, and most of the frames would be reused heavily. Yes, exactly. The thing is, I discovered doing the grease pencil actually not too long ago. I really want to have that be red, just to make it really look evil. Because technically a kappa is evil. I think I might effectively draw maybe 75 frames total. The rest would be a repetition. Yes, sounds about right. I'd like to master critter drawing first before I draw grease in space. It just helps a lot when you struggle with perspective. That's all. And I want to have this be yellow. Because now it looks really evil. I just love having that just look evil. Then the back of the turtle shell, I wanna be green. Just a very light green because the sun is coming somewhat from up there. Never struggled with perspective nor light. Yeah, you can't struggle with it if you don't use it, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. And I'll make this that color. Maybe I'll go a bit more into the browns. Like this, red brown. And then we go back into a creamy yellow for the front. You're a mean girl. I know. But you like it. Be honest. You like me being mean like that. Let's start with a nice wash. Then we go a bit darker. Well, we actually need some shadow, but not too much. The problem with this brush is it's quite, it has pretty strong edges when you're just using very light pressure. So I probably actually have to use this brush. Oh, maybe not that one. There is actually one watercolor blending brush that I can use, I think. This one, it is not. Where's that brush that I'm looking for? I think this one? Now I wonder where those brushes come from again. So magnificent, their faithfulness. Problem is, I forgot. That's very unfortunate. Oh, that one's working. That one's working nicely. I'll take that. Just to blend it out a little bit. Because those edges are a bit too strong. Oh, now it's bleeding. But that makes it look a bit more like watercolor. The only thing they don't do is react with the medium like too much water does with paper. There are actually plugins for that. Which is kind of interesting. It emulates watercolor brushes much better. But I think that's at a cost. I might need to look up in the Critter Artists forum where that plugin is, because I actually find it pretty interesting. No, I need that one. Well, maybe I do need that one. Because now we're going into a little bit of shading here. Back to the purples, maybe make it a little lighter. We just need to clip the layer on top. Ever thought of publishing your brush collection on your website? The thing is, most of those brushes are not mine. And I'd rather credit the people that actually made them. I think I already did a 1 or 2 or 3. I think 1 or 2 brush showcases on my YouTube as a short. Or maybe I forgot to do that. Which means that I still have to do those. At this point, I actually want to use the selection tool. Would be kind of nice to just be able to, I don't know, click on one brush just to know where it is from. Clear history, bubble up on repeated use, move up to on unused, configure number of brushes shown, static positions. Nah. Brush presets. So yeah, it would be kind of nice to just know where it is from. Could be a Diva brush, it could be one of these. Ah, there's so many good brushes! And I just keep collecting. I just keep collecting. I cannot help myself. There's so many. Ah! I'm a brush hoarder. I'm a filthy, filthy brush hoarder. Oh wait, no, I don't want that one. Where was it? I think it was one of these. Yeah. Just to... or maybe that one. Just to blend out those very harsh edges. Because we really want to keep that watercolor optic in the best way possible. I just like playing around with that stuff. And I hope so do you. I even like that there is a little bit of bleeding down there. I like that there is a little bit of the blue bleeding into the shell. My brush collection is limited, sorry. I have so many brush packs. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Manage resource libraries. Like these are already installed by default. And then there is just so much. Digital, for example, is kind of emulating oil colors. Devat is more or less a staple. Devat's brushes are just... maybe that is actually from the Devat pack. It could be. Not entirely sure though. Then markers, not sure if I actually used them for once. That's the environment brush pack that I never use because I don't do environments, but hey! Ink Pro Artist actually is a pretty good brush set. Then Wave Water, if you are into doing marker stuff, that's your Copic brush pack, basically. And the Rakuri is one of my standards. The Rusty Dip pens are also really nice to work with. There are no environments, just happy little exiles. Indeed. I actually do wanna add a little bit of shading in between here. Might need to use a little bit of blending so it's not looking too harsh. So yeah, I think these watercolor brushes could be from the Devat pack. I am not entirely sure, so they're not in there. I'll have to go through all my brush packs just to find the right one. God damn it. I mean, I could just do this, get into my brush bundles, turn off Devats. It's still there, so it's not Devats. Which one could it be? No, that's still that. That's also still on. That's also still. Okay, now I'm actually... God damn it, John, where did you put my brushes? Pretty sure that's not the one that I think it is. Nah, it's still here. Can't be a Rakuri pack. They have their own. Was it the... No, the 23 bundle, it is not. Also, we have ads in a little bit, just so you know. Oh! Could it be? No. And it's certainly not Angel Gradients. All right, we got advertisement. Let's have a little break. Maybe have a little stretch. And I'll see you on the other side. Well, I'm looking for these brushes. Because now I actually want to know where I got those from. Because they are that good. Still here. They're also still here. I have no ads, so I have to stay on this side. Yes, you do. Pretty sure that's not it? Yeah. That's also not it. Where did I get that from? It's also not Digit Oil. Don't tell me those are standard brushes? Nah. No. No. It's also not the inked pack, but those are those ink brushes that I really enjoy. It can possibly not be these. Oh! Nope, still there. I have no clue. I cannot make out what brush pack they are from. Which is kind of weird. Cannot figure it out for the life of me. But that little Kappa looks so adorable. I love that little Kappa guy. Like, he looks like a little cursed plushie. It's going to murder you in your sleep. Ooh, that's evil. Alright, we're back from advertisements. I hope you're still around. Would be sad if you weren't. Probably should have had a little sip from my iced tea in the meantime. But the kappa is done. I think he's looking good. What do you think? You guys like a more with or without the... I think I do like a more with the deeper shadows, but I definitely need to blend that out a little bit. I'll just turn down that brush size. I can get a bit more precise with my blending. Because we do want these sharp edges, especially inside these little... I don't know, inside these little lines. I love him. He adorable. Let's go to the Nekomata. Technically the foot should be next, but Nekomata is right there. So let's go for the Nekomata. Control G. Nekomata. Turn down the opacity on this one, add a layer. Oh, turn off the color flag or the color tag there. Turn it on here. Get me the dark-ish brown and take that brush. Ah. Now, Nekomatas are little tricksters. They're cats so old they know all the tricks and how to mess with humans. It's actually most of yokai really like to mess with humans. I love that. I mean, if you're living for eternity, you might as well just mess with those who don't. Because it's getting quite boring if you're basically immortal. Okay, let's use the stabilizer for this part. Like this. And these eyes are also going to be so much easier by just using that stabilized brush. What would be really useful is have the tool options there. Depend on the brush you're using. Because right now I have to change the settings whenever I need to. But if you could just have these tool options save for the specific brush you're currently using, that would mean that I could just keep the stabilizer for my line brush and then go for weighted stabilizer or weighted brush smoothing for my coloring brushes. Would make things so much. Let's just say I don't have to think too much then. Not that I'm thinking too much when I'm drawing in the first place. After all, I do paint to stop thinking. By the by, that was a quote from a pretty good movie. It's a biopic about Vincent van Gogh called At Eternity's Gate. If you haven't watched it and are interested into watching a biopic about Van Gogh, that one's really good. Because in that one, Van Gogh is actually played by Willem Dafoe. He's doing that so well. I had 2 more fruits for your stickers after your stream. Ooh. What was your thunk? What was your thought? I mean, 5 stickers per sheet should already be enough since they're not going to be too big. Since you had cherries, I thought you would add an eggplant. No. 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 No, 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 no. We're not going there. Because I know exactly what you were thinking. I can read you like a book. Wouldn't be real fruit. I know. I know. Cherries are eyes, remember? Yes. But I know what you're thinking there. We're not going there. Which is funny if you think about it. And now I know what you were thinking. You dirty, dirty little boy. How dare you? Get your mind out of the gutter. We're already at 3 hours? I'm not even done with this. I guess I'll have to at least get the line art for everything done. I thought I would be done with this by the 3rd hour, but doesn't seem like it. I'll at least work on this until I'm tired enough to call it a day, which is not yet. Even though it was probably not much a contribution. Ah, you're entertaining me. That's good enough. But yeah, time flies when you have fun. Indeed. Ah. Still love the Hollow Knight OST. So great. So how would your time fly look like? A time fly? Ooh. Time flies. I think I'll have to think about that. Yeah, I guess I'll have to think about that. And then we just paste that layer style and we're back with that. Maybe like a little flying hourglass. Yeah, I could imagine that a time fly would look like a tiny flying hourglass. I'd have to draw that. What color do we want that Nico Mata to be? Let's go typical with a black cat. Imagine a fly which has a watch strapped around its belly. I mean, it's also an idea. Okay, let's make that dark. Then we want the eyes to either be green or yellow. I kind of like amber yellow for cat eyes. So I guess we're going for a nice... Oh, that's... My PC is having a hard time processing this. Dang. I think I'll go with a purplish pink here. Some brushes just demand more processing power, and to be fair, these watercolor brushes are one of them. I do love them. It's worth my my resources, so to speak. At least I'd say that this would be worth my resources. I did want to make this cat either black or dark gray. For that, I go into the blues because blue-gray is actually a pretty good color for a cat. And I kind of want to have those eyebrows maybe to be white. So I will probably have to use the lasso tool just to deselect the eyebrows here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Now we can actually use a nice big brush. I'm even tempted to use this one because it covers a lot more ground. But it also takes up a lot of... Did I cover everything? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm glitching. I'm glitching hard. My PC does not approve. Ah! Help! I think it's done. I think it's done. Imagine a fly which hasn't, yeah. At least we have a nice wash. Oh god. Oh god. The glitches were real. And real bad. But I really like the look of it. Oh! I used the wrong layer. Gosh dang darn it! Didn't know a PC can get exhausted by brush. Yeah, I know, right? It's wild. It is what? Oh, that's why. Oh. I assume that my PC did not like the combination of watercolor brush and layer effect. Like the layer style. I think it was not happy with the layer style and that made it go kind of rogue. Which I understand. Completely understand that. So let's just test that theory out. Yeah, if I do that on a separate layer, everything's absolutely fine. Actually, having those white tips, I do like that. Yeah, it's just the combination of layer style and watercolor brush. Hello? Oh, wait. I wanted it that way. I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Ah, fucking hell. And maybe a little bit smaller. Oh, that's too strong. Tell me why ain't nothing but a Mistake, tell me why. Ah, god damn it! Why? Why am I like this? Yeah, now it's actually working out nicely. I can use a little bit of opacity magic maybe. Then it's all fine. It's just so weird. Yeah, I did it to myself. I know, I am very well aware. But I also did it to you. You know it. I know it. I know that you know it. I tuned it out already. Okay, okay. How do I want to do the shading here? I'm kind of tempted to redo the whole thing. I'm like 70% immune to your new witchcraft. Oh, oh! How dare you! Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to just do this again. Why? Because, whoops. For the performance! I need this one. I need that one. And I go up, take that. Wait. Actually want to use this brush. But that one's with texture, so I probably should use that brush actually. Oh, wait. Also need this. I need the texture. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Another song which I find hard to pass by these days is Numb. Oh yeah, Linkin Park. Linkin Park was great. And I say was great. For the simple reason that I am not a fan of the new singer. I do not like her. It just feels wrong calling that Linkin Park. It's not like she's a bad singer, but it is just not, it does not feel right without Chester. I don't know the new singer. I mean, it is, some people like her, some people don't. I'm more on the I don't like her. Because she just took Chester's place. What happened to Chester? You really don't know? Like, you really don't? Oh. How do I put it? Let's just say he just looked very happy at that point. but he certainly wasn't. No, that's not it. To put it bluntly, he took himself out. If you catch my drift. It's kind of hard to talk about this. Cause it is dark. It is dark. All right, let's put back in the white. While actually keeping the texture. I really like the texture of this brush. So yeah, I think now you understand why it's kind of hard to talk about that. I'm probably gonna have to blend the shadows in again with that one nice watercolor blending brush. I'm almost tempted to do a little bit of lassoing here and there, just to have a bit of a sharper edge on those shadows. Not sure if I want to do that. That's gonna be kind of funky to blend out. I mean, I'm probably gonna turn down the opacity on this layer anyway. Okay, we're using the lasso. Fine, fine. I shall lasso this. I didn't want it to come to this, but I guess I have to. Wait, might as well while we're at it. Use the blender right away, just to blend out those little bit too harsh edges that I don't need. Also to get this a bit lighter, because that's just too strong. Too strong. Right there. I still want these nice edges over there, so I won't blend that out. Can go a little softer on the tail. It's also going to make it look a little fluffy. And we love the fluff. Don't we? I love the fluff. Do you fluff the fluff? Wait, love the fluff. Not entirely happy with this one because the shading is not as nice as it's here or there. I mean, maybe my brain is already going into... Only were around with Disney when Disney made Alice. It's a nice grinning cat. Yeah, I do like the Cheshire Cat, though to be fair, I'm more an American McGee's fan when it comes to any iteration of Alice. I mean, it's so morbid. It's so morbid. I love it. Yeah, it's called the cat in Alice, or in Alice in Wonderland is called the Cheshire Cat. I wonder where that name is coming from. Let's add a little bit of a soft shadow. I might need to press hard on that. And then use the eraser tool or the eraser preset there. Get the blender. Cheshire is a country in county in northwest England. Yeah, and that's the Cheshire Cat. As that has no tangible meaning to people outside Lewis Carroll's culture, it's a grinning cat in German. Grinsekatze. Yeah. I get it. It's just hilarious how I managed to pronounce Cheshire Cat right. But as soon as we're going to I have no idea how to pronounce that. My tongue does not cooperate with that. My tongue does not cooperate with Vovo sauce. Vovo sauce. I stick with it. It will always be the Vovo sauce for me. Because whenever I try to buy it, I'm going, wo ist die Sauce? Rhyming with rooster. Wooster. Voodoo sauce? No. Wo. Wo ist die Soße? Where's the sauce? Ah! You think I'm cute? I'm just trying to not go insane with a difficult name like that for a sauce. Oh, that could actually look kind of interesting for detail. Giving our little Nikomata some detail like this. I actually like that. No, I meant it. I know that you mean it. Just makes me kind of blush. A little bit. And I was a bit too lazy to actually implement some toggles for my blush. Because I actually do have some kind of blushing worked into my avatar. I just don't have the toggles. At least I think it's in this model, because I made a few model updates here and there every now and then. But I don't know if I actually put it into this model. I'm pretty sure there is somewhere on my hard drive, or on my SSD to be specific, the model where I can actually blush. I really don't look too much on your avatar rather than listening to your voice, so I can hear you blushing. God damn it! Why do you have to be like that, John? You know what? I'm getting hungry. It's getting late. And we're actually already at the 3.5 hours mark. Because that's how you like me. Okay, yeah, fair. Fair. Alright, so maybe because we have a few people in here, maybe we should raid someone. I'm gonna look for someone to raid real quick. Maybe someone I'm following. That guy's puzzling. You know what? We're gonna... Yeah. I think we should actually raid Corin. He needs a little bit of company. So we're gonna raid Corin Gami. He's also an artist. He really likes to do more abstract art. So a lot of geometric shapes, bright colors, interesting textures. I think you're going to like his work. So I hope I'll see you next time, which hopefully will be on Monday. And until then, I hope you had fun. I certainly did. And bye-bye.